Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. It's episode number 38, and today we're returning with two games with Brescia as face Spurs at home in match day 6 in the Champions League group stage, and Sassuolo at home in a big battle in the Serie A as well. Before we get to the games though, see how Brescia been getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our massive 1-0 victory over Inter Milan, and an even more massive win, the 4-0 win over RB Leipzig, possibly our win of the series. Following out 4 games off camera, 3 in the league and 1 in the Champions League, 3 wins and 1 draw, starting off with a big 5-2 victory away in Turin against Torino. Obviously, newly promoted after getting relegated back in Season 2, and they're rock bottom right now, not a single win on the board, so wasn't surprised he won this game very comfortably. Emerson in this game, though, once again was just unbelievable. Hat-trick of assists for our left back in on loan from Chelsea this year, and he scored his first goal for the club as well, as we ran right in this game. And Esposito got his second hat-trick of the season as well. And you know, we talked about it when we gave him that big contract, 20 grand per goal for Esposito, and if he's got like a 23 grand appearance fee as well, it cost us over £80,000 for Sebastiano Esposito playing this game alone. Absolutely ludicrous. What's he more motivated for, the money or firing Brescia into the Champions League? I think we know the answer to that. But 5-2 the score in the end. Franchi got the other goal in a very comprehensive victory, and after that a 3-0 win at home to Udinese. Once again, Claudio Franchi with the goal. He has looked very, very impressive this season in his debut year, assisted by Claudio Picardi. So the Claudio's linking up for the goal, and Esposito bagged the brace in 3 minutes after the restart as well in a very comfortable 3-0 win. And following that, we progressed to the knockout stages of the Champions League after a 2-2 draw away in Ukraine. I said in the last episode this should be a win, and it should have been a win, man. We were 2 goals up inside the first half an hour. First Nicola down Monte, but lovely first time volley. And then Claudio Picardi scoring a contender for goal of the season. Wonderful run by our academy graduate, and a smacking effort, a fantastic effort, smacked in from range as he made it 2-0. We were plain sailing and we were cruising, and then late on in the game we just surrendered the lead so poorly. Marcos Antonio made it 2-1, and then in a 94th minute of stoppage time, Shakhtar got themselves the equaliser goal to battle back from 2 goals down to claim point. But thankfully, as RB Leipzig lost to Spurs by 2-1, it meant it didn't matter. The point was enough to see us through. And following that, our final game of camera was a come-from-behind victory away against Fiorentina. Fell behind 25 minutes in, but with 20 minutes to go, that man once again, Emerson, smacking it in from range, making it 1-1, sorry. And there were 2 minutes to go. Franchi heads in a Viviani cross to complete the turnaround as we win it right at the death to get back on track after that mini slip-up in Ukraine. So yes, as you can see in the Serie A, following 4 wins from 4 in the league, we are currently sitting in second place. We're the closest team to Roma right now, but we're 8 points behind them. They've won 11 of their first 13. They have the joint best defensive record in the division. They've got the best offensive record in the division. No team has won more games than them. I'll say this right now. It is Roma's title to lose, and we're only a third of the way through the season. It's really tight in the race of the Champions League though. 2 points separate us and Juventus in 6th place, and only 3 points separate us from Napoli in 7th. It's very tight in the race of Champions League football, but Roma looks set to pull away and make this title theirs. And as for the Champions League, confirmation we have indeed qualified for the knockout stages with a game to spare. Absolutely buzzing about that. And that win against RB Leipzig to 4-0, that was the clincher, really. So as you can see, if I can just get ourselves to Group A, there we are. Yeah, it means on the final day, which is, of course, tonight's first fixture, today's first fixture, I should say, if we win this game, we will leapfrog Spurs and go top, but only a win or drew. A draw is good enough for Mourinho's men to hold us off and finish top of the group. So all I can say is thank God for Harry Kane's late goal in London. Otherwise, I think we would have needed a draw at least on the final game. Otherwise, we could have been overtaken. Actually, no, could we have done? Thinking about it, no, because we got a better head-to-head record in Leipzig, so no. Actually, no, forget it. RB Leipzig need to win that game, and in the end, it doesn't matter whether we drew or not. So, yeah, final group game means nothing to us. We already guaranteed qualification, whilst I would like to win it and go top of the group. The chance is very slim. We lost away in London. I can't see us picking up much from this game, and that's why with the Sassuolo game coming on Sunday afternoon, that is a bigger game than match day 6 in the Champions League. And so because of that, I'm going to field a fully rotated side for the game, give some youngsters some chances tonight, and worry more about the game game on the weekend in the Serie A as we try and stay in the top 4. So right now in the injury report, Sassuolo is still down after the injury he got in the game against RB Leipzig in the last episode. He's coming back but not ready just yet after sprained knee ligaments. A few players are a little bit unfit, but everyone else is fine, and this will be our team as we go to the tiki-taka style of play for only the second time this season, or perhaps third time this season. Marco Molli's in goal. Back 5 was Muri, Sistana, Papetti and Bonifazi with Barbieri at right wing back. Viviani and Bissoli through the middle. Mattia is playing today because he can't play on Sunday as he's suspended. Zaccagni comes in to play further forward, and Patagna and Borelli, what a weird duo, are up top tonight. On the bench, Ordere, Parola, Iglio, Moratti, Ghetti, Dalmonte, Campagna. I'm not really fussed what happens because I couldn't see us winning regardless. Let's just hope no one gets injured for Sassuolo's game. Forza Brescia. Yeah, I don't really care what happens tonight at all. You know, as far as I'm concerned, just getting through the group was an achievement in its own right. I said when the group was drawn that we will probably be battling with Shakhtar Donetsk for third place, but in the end, the Ukrainian side, I know they've picked up their only point in the group against us, so I can't be too critical. They've been thoroughly underwhelming in this group. I thought it caused more problems for all three of us, really. And yeah, in the end, you know, second place, that's more than fine with me. That's what I was sort of dreaming of when the groups were drawn. That would do me totally fine. So get thrashed tonight, 3 or 4-0, not fussed. The first highlight is going to fall to Spurs, and they've scored from it as well. Bergwijn's free kick from deep is headed in by Davis and Sanchez. Mola came for it and got nowhere near it, and Spurs have the early lead. Again, I don't really care. You know, first, second, not fussed one bit. Right now, the priority for me, now we qualified, is staying in the top 4 to close out the calendar year. Sassuolo is a bigger game than Spurs. It's game management. You know, it's managing the situation. It's being smart with the way you handle fatigue and rest days, you know. It's all about being smart. It's all about being smart. Anyway, 1-0 down, and yeah, whatever. It's just so weird, man. It's the final game of the Champions League group where I said it could be ridiculously tight after the halfway point, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, whatever, man. Thrash us, I don't care. To be fair, we have really held our own tonight, and I mean really held our own. Yes, we're going to lose the game, but with that lineup against the best team in the group, I'm not going to say it's a good result because it's a loss. You can't call it a good result after a loss, but to be fair, positives from that. Positives. It feels like season 1, you know, just not getting battered in these sort of games is positive. Obviously, we do miss out on prize money, but as Giuseppe Rossi says, he sees the positives in defeat. Nobody likes to lose. We can take solace from keeping things more than competitive for long stretches of the game. And with our weakened team, that's exactly how you should be viewing it. So in the end, the Champions League group ends up looking like this. Spurs do indeed top it. We had to win anyway. A draw would have been enough regardless to go through. We finished in second. RB Leipzig in third with 9 points, and Shakhtar Donetsk do claim the wooden spoon with just the 1 point. So into knockout stages, absolutely buzzing, and the other groups ended up finishing like this. So we'll be taking on one of the group winners, I believe. So that will be either Juve, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, and then either Real Madrid or Dortmund, Man City, or FC Köln. Okay, alright. I can't see us getting through many of those teams comfortably, that's for sure. And as the Wednesday night fixtures have now been played, we'll find out exactly how the groups did end up looking then. So yeah, we'll have either Juve, PSG, Liverpool, Atletico, Real Madrid, Man City, or FC Cologne in the knockout stage first round. And with all due respect, little Brescia shouldn't be throwing these sort of statements around, but I think out of all those teams there, FC Cologne is probably the easiest team of the lot we could possibly face, with all due respect. The draw is going to be on the 18th, that's on Monday, that's after the Sassuolo game. So what we'll do is it's after Crotone as well. So what we'll do is we'll do the draw at the beginning of the very next episode. And with all due respect, yeah, I think FC Cologne is the team we're hoping for. The most likely outcome, though, is that we'll have one of the major European giants. So moving on, second and final game of today's episode. I just want to show you this real briefly here. A little news article saying we could possibly lose Picardi. Speculation is mounting over the likelihood of Brescia cashing in on Claudio Picardi, as with only 19 months remaining on his current deal, he is yet to agree new terms for a long-term stay at Rigamonti, leading to suggestions that Brescia made it to get something in return for the player before he can leave on a free transfer. Yeah, he's got 19 months in his official contract, but he's also got an optional 2-year extension. So, okay, alright. You want me to do it now? I'll do it now. Yeah, he's going absolutely nowhere, lads. He's going absolutely nowhere, man. That's why I love those extensions, man. They are so crucial to buying you more time with your good young players. Anyway, second and final game is indeed Sassuolo at home right now in 9th place. We dropped down to 4th place as we're one of the final fixtures of the weekend. Roma won again, 3-0 at the Stadio Olimpico against Udinese. Just give them the title now. They're 10 points clear. I think we're one of their main threats to catch them, but I can't see it happening. The surprise story this year, though, Milan. 14th place, only 4 wins in their first 13 games. What is going on there at the San Siro? Absolutely no idea. Anyway, second and final game, Sassuolo at home. Let's get ourselves back on track with a big 3 points here. So no changes to, loads of changes. What? No changes? Mate, you changed bloody tactics, let alone a lineup. Loads of changes, fully changed side. This is our team to go back to the Gegenpress. Ordero comes back in goal, and about 4 is Emerson, Parola, Armini, De Paoli, with De Sisto, Mergier, and Bissoli through the middle due to Viviani's suspension. I tell you what, I really like this kid a lot as well, De Sisto. He is looking very good early on this season. Franchi and Picardi, Di Claudios are on the wings with Esposito at top, and on the bench, Mola, Sistano, Bonifacio, Papetti, Muru, Barbieri, Sturaro, Zaccagni, Dal Monte, Borelli, Gietzi, and Vitagna as well. Can I just change those around, please, as well? Yes, thank you very much. Second and final game, it's Sassuolo at home, Forza Brescia. So unnecessary doing that. It means literally nothing, but to me it just looks aesthetically more pleasing. It's like in FIFA career mode. Like when I set my team management up, it's got to be in order for me, otherwise I'm not happy. It's the same in Football Manager as well. The bench has got to be in order by position from the back, going forward, left to right, but the centre comes before left, if that makes sense. It's just, it's really trivial. It literally doesn't affect anything, but I like to see it. And De Paoli finds Claudio Picardi, just activated that extension, and that was almost why. Fabulous save with the goalkeeper, and Franchi lets it run behind for a corner. Still 0-0. I know this kid has not turned into the world beater just yet, but he's only 20 years old. Plenty of time to go, and he's really doing well on that right-hand side too. There's no point in playing him in that deep line playmaker role where Bissoli's operating, because all he's going to do is just sit back and just spread balls around, and it's just not really going to do anything for you, is it? So have him on the right hand side, he's got more of a chance of being involved in our attacking build-ups. Anyway, half an hour in, still 0-0. Let's spam get creative and try and get a few more chances on the go. This wouldn't be the first slip-up of the season if we can't find ourselves a winning goal. I will tell the boys I'm far from pleased with what I just saw from the team. We've already drawn with Sampdoria. 1-1. I think that was at home. We drew 0-0 at home to Ascoli as well. We've had some slip-ups already this season. We're not going to catch Roma drawing these sort of games. Sebastiano Esposito wants an extra 20 grand and he's got it. What's he more motivated for, man? Firing Brescia back into the Champions League or an extra 20 grand in his bank account? I think we know the answer. This dude can take Brescia to European glory whilst bankrupting us at the same time. 20 grand a goal, and there's another 20,000 coming out of the bank account. Esposito, though, with the goal. And again, to be fair, I say this, like, if the player is scoring the goals and winning us points, then whatever the fee is, within reason, it's worth paying. It's worth paying because the Champions League is the key to our financial stability as the years go by. If he keeps scoring the goals and we keep winning the games, oh my god, what on earth was that? Then it's worth paying, because we can afford that contract if we stay in the Champions League. Ordero's got a mistake in it, we know that, but I think that was Parola's mistake, to be fair, taking it away from our number 24, across the middle. Great block there by Mergier, I think it was, as we still lead by 1. Parola's looking nervous out there, and whilst he has played well, I don't like the body language. Let's bring on Sistana for a bit more of experience and a cool head to see out the game. Gotta read that body language, man. If you've got a young player and he's nervous or anxious, take him off, as Sergi plays it forward, and it's won back by Armini, and will play out front and back comfortably with Sistana finding Armini as we pass our way forward. De Paoli sends Picardi down the right hand side. A new role for Claudio nowadays as he steps inside, beats his man a little bit fortunately, rolls it across, and Mergier finds Franchi, who makes it 2. Game, set and match. Brescia get the win. We're going back into second. That won't show up on the stat sheet, but Picardi this season has been involved in a lot of our goals, even if he's not got the assist or the goal himself. Rolls it across, Mergier with a 1 extra pass, and Franchi this season, 6th goal of the year. He's barely spent time playing as a striker, but as an inside forward on left, I've got to be honest here, I'm liking him in this role. Whilst we can't utilise the height and the strength he's got at 6'3", he does look pretty tasty when stepping in field and going for goal. And here he's on the ball again, he's got Mergier ahead of him, he'll find him, he'll pay his bro back, it's Mergier, beats 1, hits it off the post, and it's cleared away as we still lead by 2. Looking for a third goal right before the 90th minute mark to, wrap it up in style. Stefano has just done the literal definition of that. Claudio offloads, he does get the assist this time, and Stefano, with his first goal of the year, just off the bench, probably his first touch on the pitch, gets his first goal of the year and our third of the afternoon. Claudio with a little layoff, Stefano gets it out of his feet. No, he doesn't first time strike, top corner, glorious. And I'm taking off Esposito as well. I'm not risking paying another 20 grand out when the game's wrapped up. 3-0 though. And I love Stefano to pieces, man. Nowadays, he's going to have to sort of start settling for a bench role in this team. Because I really like the kid, De Sisto, who we signed from Sampdoria. But as a leader, as an experienced, cool head with great mental stats, really love this guy. I'll always have a place in my team for those sort of players there. And passionately, I'll say I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Brescia back on track again. That's why I decided to field a rotated side against Spurs. This game far more important. It jumps us into second, and we get the morale good once again with a fully fit Brescia side firing on all cylinders. Back to second place, long way to go. But Roma, we're not giving up the title without a fight. We're staying in this one. Just going to quickly process through the evening fixtures as well, because you've got Lecce at home to Lazio. That could affect us. And Milan at home to Inter in the Milan derby there as well. Lazio just thrashed Lecce though to cut the gap on us. And as for Milan's derby, they lost by 2-0. So Milan continue to struggle, but Inter get themselves into the top 4 as well. It is very, very tight in the race Champions League football. We are probably the closest threat to Roma this season with the form the two teams are in, being 8 points behind right now, 14 games in. But you look at this, man. Us to Atalanta, 2nd to 7th, only 4 points separating all those teams, and Atalanta have the game in hand as well. Long way to go, and it's very, very tight. But I want to say this episode of Club and Country, guys. A big thank you for watching. We hope you have enjoyed. If you did, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return the very next episode with a draw for the Champions League first knockout round right at the start, and then you can't miss these 2 games out. Atalanta away in our Lombardy derby, and then Roma, the league leaders, undefeated at home as well, gunning for our title. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.